So this video today is in honor of a very good friend of mine. Her name is Mrs. Green Thumb. You can find her on YouTube. If you want to know anything about your garden, that's the place to go. So her link will be at the bottom. And the reason this is in honor of her is because she has lovingly nicknamed me Southern Farming Chicken. And it actually warms my heart. So this video is for her. This is a What's for Dinner. And it's my chicken edition. And we're going to start out with homemade chicken noodle soup. All right, let me show you how I throw this together. You're gonna love it. Okay, now for the easy soup, and I call it easy soup because that's exactly what it is. We're gonna put 2 chicken breasts in a deep pot, just like so. 4 cups of chicken broth, which is 1 container. And then about a cup to a cup and a half of water. And then chicken base. Now, I use the Tones, the Members Mark from Sam's Club. But chicken base is sold everywhere. I mean, you can put any kind in there you want. It just gives it a little kick. And I also do not add any salt to this until after it's cooked down and I taste it because of the chicken base. So sometimes you get a really salty batch and sometimes it's not. So I always wait for the salt. Now I'm going to let this come up to a simmer, but I'm going to prep my veggies to go in and I'm going to put them in right now. Okay, for my veggies, I'm making a small pot of soup so I don't need a whole lot of veggies. 2 carrots. I've already taken some of the peel off. Not all of it because a lot of nutrients are in that peel. And it won't hurt you. Some green onion and some celery, which of course you know is Americois. Typically Americois would be sauteed in butter, but it's still Americois. It's going in my pot. It's just perfectly fine. Now, if we were cooking something for a Cajun dish, we would take these out, throw in a bell pepper, and you got your Holy Trinity. So, since we're not doing that today, we're just going to use these 2 or 3 veggies in that small pot of soup, and I'm going to go ahead and prep them for you right now.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win.
Alright, so my chicken is simmering pretty good. Actually just borderline boiling. So I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. I'm going to add my veggies, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the chicken cook inside of that for probably another 5 minutes. I'm going to take it out, dice it, put it in, and then I'm going to show you just how quick this soup comes together. This soup is perfect for fall, but right now I'm making it because we got some colds going around in the house right now, so there's nothing better for a cold than chicken soup. Okay, so it's at a hard simmer right now. I took the chicken out and just diced it up. It's not quite done, but that's okay because it'll continue to cook. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Just adds that little something. You don't have to add it, but I don't like it without it. So I actually highly suggest that, that half a teaspoon. Alright, so I'm going to let this cook for just a few more minutes. Add my noodles, and then I'm actually going to turn the heat off and cover it and let it sit for 10 minutes and it'll be done. These are the noodles that I'm using for the chicken soup. Basically they're SpaghettiOs, and I get these at Lowe's Food. I don't shop at Lowe's Food very often because I'm going to be quite honest with you, they are kind of high and I don't like that. But they do have a huge selection of, unique pasta. So I go there and get some of my pastas, and I got this for that soup and for another dish because I won't use maybe a cup to a cup and a half in that soup. But basically they're SpaghettiOs, And I think they're so cute, and Melody likes them, so that's what's going in the soup. About a cup, cup and a half. Okay, so you can see that it's simmering really good. I'm going to add a cup and a half of, well, you know what? We're going to call them SpaghettiOs, because that's what they are. I hope that's not a copyright infringement, because they're spaghetti and they're O's. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, y'all. So I'm going to stir this, put the lid on it, and I'm going to let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes without cooking, and it's going to soften up those noodles without breaking them all to pieces. Okay, y'all, I told you how easy that was. This came together in less than 40 minutes. It's easy soup, and it feeds about 3 people for 1 serving. That's about how much you get out of it. But you can easily double it and, you know, feed a crowd. It is so good. All right, y'all, let's move on to that next chicken dish. What could that be? If y'all are looking for a refreshing summertime supper, lunch, brunch, you don't need to look any further than my ranch chicken salad. It is amazing, packed full of flavor, and it's just great for summer. Let me show you how I put this together. Okay, so my ranch chicken salad could not be easier to make, and I'm just making this for the 2 of us for lunch, but, you know, can certainly be used for dinner, and we have like a chicken salad sandwich and maybe a salad or something. So it's definitely a dinner option as well. So I got 2 chicken breasts that I have boiled in just a little bit of chicken broth and a little bit of black pepper. And you can double this recipe or triple this recipe. It's entirely up to you. But it's just, you know, it's very customizable however you want to do it. Alright, let me get this chicken in a bowl, and I'll get my veggies and stuff ready, and I'll show you the next step. Did anybody see a hand coming toward my chicken? That would be my daughter's hand. Alright, let me get the veggies ready. Alright, so I got my chicken put in the bowl, what Melody didn't steal from me. And I got 4 little pieces of green onion tops. I've got 1 small stalk of celery. This was actually on top of it, so just a little bit, just for that bite. And then this is actually a little bit of parsley and some of the celery leaves. There's a lot of flavor in those celery leaves, so don't throw them away. Some people do, some people don't, but a lot of flavor in that, and they're really good. You could also add some dill to this. I don't have any, so it's not going in. But there is dill in the ranch dressing, so we're good to go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and prep these up and put them in the bowl.
Stepping out, it's Friday night. How I'm longing for this day. Yes, I'm single, oh, we want to mingle, and my friends are on the way.
Alright, so I got my veggies in, and then I'm going to add about a tablespoon-ish, a little more. This is where it's customizable. You can leave the pickle out, or you know what, you can put the whole jar in there if you want to. That's what I love about recipes. I've said it a million times, and I'll continue to say it. You can do anything you want to this. This is just how I'm making this batch, so it can just give you an idea. Alright, this is homemade ranch dressing. Put in about 3 tablespoons in to start with, just to see how it binds up, and I don't think I'm going to need any more. And my homemade dressing is only homemade in the sense that I made it at home. It is, this is the Great Value powdered ranch. And then, of course, I use Duke's mayonnaise. That is the only mayonnaise I use. I cannot stress enough how good Duke's mayonnaise is. It is amazing. And I have made ranch dressing with other mayonnaises. If I couldn't find it, it's not good. It's just not. So, gotta be Duke's. Alright, so that's perfect. I'm not going to add any more dressing to that. That's exactly how I want it. And this would be perfect like in butter lettuce cups for, you know, a light dinner, a low carb dinner. That would be great. But that's exactly how I want it. Now I'm going to chill it for just a little while, and we're going to have this on crackers for lunch. But like I said, I have this for dinner all the time. Perfect, perfect, perfect for summertime. Okay, so the last dish that I'm showing you is a mock chicken piccata, and the reason I say that is it has a lot of the elements of a chicken piccata with pasta, but I didn't fry the chicken. I'm trying to not fry as much food. I know I live in the South, yes, but gotta watch out for your health. So fried chicken is a special occasion kind of thing around here. All right, so chicken piccata, so to speak, is the next dish, and I'm gonna show you right now how I put that together. Okay, so for my mock chicken piccata, basically I'm using the same broth that I used for that chicken salad. I just saved it because it's perfectly good. Actually, it's got more flavor in it. So I just saved that, and yeah, we are steaming. Now, normally I would cut my chicken after it cooks because I don't like handling raw chicken. But for this recipe, I wanted to go ahead and get it chopped because I'm putting the noodles right there with it. Because everything, we're steaming, everything is in one pot. So it's a one pot wonder. Alright, let me get the rest of the ingredients together for you because they go right in. And this does not take long at all. Okay, like I said, it's kind of like a mock chicken piccata. Chicken piccata normally has capers in it. You can add capers. I don't like capers. I have tried a dozen times to eat them. I don't like them. There's just something about the flavor. But I'm going to use green olives in mine. But like I said, you can use the green olives, you can use capers, you can use both, you can use none. It's entirely up to you. But I've got half a stick of unsalted butter, and I'm going to put my parsley and my tomatoes, a little bit of green onion, and my olives all in at the same time. So I'm going to put everything right in this bowl. But I want to show you something really quick before I get going on the veggies. I want to take this tomato, and I'm going to cut the top off, and then I'm going to cut it like so. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of this water out. This is a trick I learned a long time ago from my grandmother when making certain pastas. Just so you don't have that excess water that you don't want. Just like that. And then I'm going to just dice them up. You don't have to get it all out, but just that excess because they have quite a bit of juice in them. So just that excess. Alright, so I'm going to get this all prepped up, put it into one bowl, get my noodles in. As soon as the noodles are almost done, I throw all this in, stir it together, and it's ready to eat.
You hear them calling, shouting your name. Turn up the collar and walk away. Feels like you're falling, now who is to blame? Wishing you'd only be more like them. Over and over, you cry yourself to sleep. And you are colder, much colder. If only you could see. Don't you know that you're beautiful? Just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful? No matter what the scars, no matter what they say, and we'll shout it out louder.
Well, guess who forgot a step? And Melody reminded me. God bless her. I just want the zest from a lemon, just a little bit, just to add that kick. I actually don't add the juice. I just want a little bit of that zest. So just be careful when you're using your microplane that you don't get a lot of that white, because that's where your bitterness comes from. Which I'm sure you know, but hey, I'm teaching here, right? Okay, so just a little bit, just like so. Just adds a little fresh zip to it. All right. Thank goodness she was here, huh? Okay, so I added the noodles. This is about 1/4 pound. So I just grabbed basically a handful out of the box. Because this is pasta for two. Like I said in my grocery haul, I'm trying to learn how to cook for two, and it's not as easy. Usually this pot would be, I don't know, about so deep. But trying to learn how to cook for two. Alright, so the chicken is completely done. The noodles are, I would say, 95% done. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add the veggies and the butter. Just like so. Get that in and let that start melting away. Oh, this is so good. Oh, I already smell that lemon too. I'm glad Melody was here. And then give it a stir. And now I'm going to add olive oil. I'm eyeballing it, but it's about maybe even a half a cup. Seems like a lot, but it's really not. So we're going to give that a stir like that. I'm going to let it cook just until the butter is melted all the way through, and then I'm going to serve it up. And this is a non-dairy, other than the butter. I'm not adding any cheese or anything like that to it. It's basically just a pasta dish, just like it is. It is so good. Alright, it's got about 5 more minutes and it'll be done. Okay, so as you see, that One Pot Wonder mock chicken piccata came together beautifully. It is so good, y'all. I don't even have enough words to tell you how good that is. Alright, so if you are enjoying these series that I'm doing, like yesterday's was an all beef what's for dinner, today's is all chicken. If you're enjoying that, give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment below and let me know. If there's something that you'd like to see that I can do, I'll gladly do that for you too. Alright, I appreciate you guys so much. Remember, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.